Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm going to go over some cryptocurrencies like Quant and stuff like that and try to relate to you what I would be planning out um, in the next, say, 30 or 60 days or something like that for some moves over here. One thing that I would suggest with the cryptocurrency markets, if they don't maintain a bullish sequence like Quant has a bullish sequence, okay? It's gone up in two waves. So this is in a different category. If they're just still going down, I use an example like near protocol, guys. I would not, you just have to take those and move them to the side, okay? I don't care what the fundamentals say. The charts say something different, and I would go with the charts right now. Fundamentals don't matter right now, guys. They really don't, in my opinion. Maybe long term, they'll pull out in the end. But at this point right now, I would just be extra careful in navigating this and looking for a bounce possibly coming in the cryptocurrency market and also maybe in the traditional financial markets is going to be a little bit difficult to navigate, in my opinion. So a lot of people are going to get really, really confused. And a lot of people are going to sit on the sidelines in this area, in my opinion, guys. So if you're not 100%, if you're not a little bit confident in this, I wouldn't do it. There's ways you can to get in some of these assets, after you get a confirmation of a bullish trend, as an example, or if you're going short, going down, as an example, get confirmation for that. But with Quant, I want to go over it real brief. Well, Quant is one I would definitely be looking at. I would place Quant in the category like Ethereum. Ethereum hasn't broken its low yet. Is it going to? That's a good question. That's one you have to keep a track of too. So, but I think Quant has a really good shot of doing that while Bitcoin comes down. And these target areas I'm looking at for Quant is the other areas, that $100 area, and then as low as the 87. And when Quant comes down, you really want to see it maintain this floor right here in this area, guys. Okay. So if it starts breaching that, then you have to start going, not to say that it can't go bullish again, but then you have to start considering, okay, is this going to be an asset that I want to go into in the next wave run, say in the first quarter of 2023 or thereafter, as an example. And then other coins too, you want to go through there and make sure which ones are maintaining a bullish sequence. Like, as an example, here's Chili's, which is definitely going to be testing these areas right down here, that 8 cent area, okay? And it's making some bullish divergence, so there could be a reversal coming up for Chili's. So until it maintains that, I'd be bullish on Chili's. But that's just an example I want to go through. And then I also wanted to let you guys know with MicroStrategy, I'm going over this again because this is interesting. MicroStrategy is right into my target box. It came down to it looks like a low of 133.77, and it just barely breached that wick over there. I want to see how I made a post on Twitter about this. And I want to see how this is going to play out. What is the pattern here that it is doing? Okay, some sort of wedge pattern where this is possibly your 1, your 2, your 3, your 4, which came in the price territory of wave 1. But is this the three-wave move to finish it, or is it another bounce to come back down into these areas? Okay. And in my opinion, this is a proxy of Bitcoin. They have a lot of Bitcoin. Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy has a lot of Bitcoin. He's still buying Bitcoin recently, of 2,500 Bitcoin, and not the optimum area for MicroStrategy to maintain is 109, but it can go all the way down to $90 and still be in a nice sequence for MicroStrategy. Okay, guys. And then looking at GBTC is the same thing, more or less. I'm still expecting it to come down near the trend line to break this low right here, the low of 747, and start paying attention to this. Once this finishes a bottom, MicroStrategy is into a bottom, you have a good shot that'll be the same thing with Bitcoin, guys, in my opinion. But GBTC is the same thing right here, guys, with a top of February 21, and then by the time it's all said and done over here, almost 2 years in a correction. Same thing with MicroStrategy, same thing. So I'm going to go over Coinbase. Okay, since Coinbase is kind of like a, if you will, like a proxy to the cryptocurrency market, where is this going to end up? That's a good question. It came down, whizzed on it in a weekly chart in its RSI, coming back around to slow up in the momentum, massive amount of selling. The issue, though, with Coinbase is going to be the NASDAQ because it's on the NASDAQ. Not to say that it can't rip out of there, because if you, so they said the same thing about, just to show you an example, they said the same thing about, where is it? Netflix. I got Netflix in here somewhere. Netflix. Okay. They're saying the same thing about Netflix. It came down and it ripped out of there, guys. Okay. So at some point along the line, some of those other assets, Coinbase as an example, I don't think it's going to be going out of business. But it's in a bounce and it could come down. The reason I say that's with the NASDAQ, guys, going over the NASDAQ, and this is the reason I'm talking about navigating this market, is NASDAQ's actually making a pretty nice wave down, if you will, a WXY wave. And you can see right here on the NASDAQ, this is clearly an impulse move down with your bullish divergence, pop it up there, and now it's making another move down. And this traditional market is probably going to hit that 1-to-1. So I have a target, 92 down as low as 87.23 for the NASDAQ. And it's probably going to pop up, third wave, pop up, fourth wave to fifth wave, back down here. In this area, it's probably not going to do too much of a retrace. You can see minor retrace. It had a pretty big retrace right there. But this area, if it does get up high enough, could be a good entry for a short right in this area for the NASDAQ, guys. But be careful. It might not retrace that much just because you look at the history of it right here. Minimal retrace right there. You can see right here a little decent retrace, and right there, minimal retrace. So it might just have a minimal retrace right here, and it could just get ready to go. And it's still looking like the NASDAQ could possibly have 9% more and as much as 14 or 15% more. And what's that going to do with Coinbase? Ultimately, how's that going to affect Bitcoin? So Bitcoin looks like it's going to just want to do a trek, start a trek down. I had this target box in here. I was kind of hoping it would boost up, and it could still probably do a little whiz up there a little bit, guys. Maybe I was looking at 17.2, 16.8 to 17.2, and then come back down in this area with Bitcoin, and then start making a trek back down. So it just look, if this is a wave, and then back up here into an A, and then over here for a B, like this, and then up over here, you could get a flat out of that maybe, and then up here for another C wave, and then making a trek down. That could happen. I would kind of expect that just because the traditional markets are bullish right now. They're making a corrective move back up, so that could affect Bitcoin. Anyhow, I want to share that with you guys and let you know when I'm checking out. It's going to be a very, very difficult time right now for a lot of people to navigate the markets, and especially the cryptocurrency markets. But I just want to reiterate, just make sure you stay with coins right now. That if you're going to be looking at them, they have a bullish sequence. They have already proven themselves to be bullish. And if they break the sequence, you have to just let it go. You have to let it go and just say forget about it, and then move on to something else, and then come back to it later. Okay. There's always going to be something there in the market that's going to be bullish or bearish or whatever you're trading, as an example. I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.